Hello everybody! Today we're going to be taking on Rathalos in co-op with only one other hunter. So equivalency, probably the closest to hard mode you'll get in your first time through. Not because of having more than one hunter makes it more difficult, though in a way it kind of does, any monster in the game. But because of the extra health, it has so much extra health, but it didn't really feel like it. It never really feels like it when I go into a little group with my own, not randoms. But yeah, we're going to be going after Rathalos, and this fight isn't actually all that bad without the pods, the flash pods. They're a lot easier with the flash pods, but it's not that bad without it. It's not like Legiana. But yeah, so let's get going. If you're curious as to what that weapon is, I believe that's a charge blade. He was still using a lot of that back then. He still uses it from time to time now, but yeah, that's what that is. Because looking at it, you'd go, is that a... I don't know, is that a sword and shield? I don't think so. Pretty sure it's a charge blade. That would be pretty kick-ass if the sword and shield had a shield that big, though. But that would kind of encroach on... I'm still wondering, why does the charge blade get a shield that big? Mechanics, probably. It seems... I don't know, I guess I'm just... I'm old school, where if there's a tank class, they should probably be the ones with the biggest shields. But hell, maybe Charge Blade is a tank class. I don't know, and I don't really care, because I don't like the Charge Blade. Not the fact that, you know, not if I see somebody using it, I don't like them. It's just that I don't want to use it, so I don't even care about trying to learn it. Kind of thing. Now, this is, probably one of the dumbest ones I've ever attempted to use here, but, it works, son. That's what we call a predict true charge right there. Otherwise known as, you just got lucky and kind of guessed, didn't you? Maybe. But it hit, didn't it? That's right, it did. And that hit too, I tell you. Notice how I was free and clear, nowhere near the enemy when that thing went off. Obviously because he was, you know, riding the thing, I didn't. But still, that is how you get good, safe, true charges off. Go away from them, I keep saying it. You don't have to be facing the enemy to hit them. It sounds stupid, but it does work. That was stupid, and it didn't work. Pretty obviously there. Why are you even fighting Tobi-Kodachi? I don't know. We just felt like fighting him. You just felt like fighting him. Yes, sir. I think that's why. This time I'm like, I don't think I'm going to try and guess it. Because I got really lucky the last time. But, yeah, that's like the most annoying thing he has when he goes up on there. The worst is when he just continuously goes up there as the great sword user, but, you know, we've kind of already seen most of Tobi-Kodachi there. So that time, you know, fool me once, okay. Not doing it again, though. I'll panic dive out of the way of that. That was just terrible all around, but that's just a product of his own speed working against me there. And I don't know what in the hell he's doing here, but, hell, there you go, eat that. Just kind of standing there, not giving really any cares. This, I actually might have... I don't think I could have. I was going to say, that I might have actually been able to... If I hadn't charged the true charge, I might have been able to caught him in midair and knocked him out. But I think that would have been... I don't think that would have worked. But that is an idea I could try at some point. Like, when I get bored as a greatsword user, I don't do that whole, I'll just try another weapon. No. I get the whole stupid... I get the idea to play the stupid game of, I wonder when I can fit in true charges when I otherwise never would have tried. To be honest, though, it really does help, though. You know, when you're not getting yourself killed due to stupidity. It really does help. It's like a challenge mode. By the way, if you're wondering what that zzz, zzz, zzz noise is, that's something I never really cured, and I really should have. Okay, so I did cure it, or it just went away. I tried. Anyway, if you want to know how to cure that, I think I went over into the Tobi-Kodachi episode. I think that's Nullberry that does that. So, what that debuff does for those who maybe don't remember or just didn't watch that episode, I believe that makes it so that... oh, that was close to. I think that makes it so that if you get hit, you get stunned. Pretty much every time. So you really want to try and get that out of there. Well, that didn't hit where I wanted it to, but I was a little early, to be honest. I almost got him right in the noggin again, though, I'll tell you. That's quite a feeling when you land a true charge on a very fast enemy. There's nothing like it. Okay, stop screaming. There you go. Thank you. Should have picked up that Tobi-Kodachi material, but I didn't do that. Because it's low rank. No one cares about low rank materials. Looking back on it, I wish I did care more, because I think I need a few low rank materials. But in the grand scheme of things, okay, if you're wondering why I tackled twice there, you do move ever so slightly forward while you tackle. And I didn't think I was close enough, and it's a good thing I even did. Now this is just kind of really infuriating. Well, for multiple reasons, you know. Oh great, are you gonna fight the Anjanath too? Maybe. 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 Maybe not. I guess you'll have to find out. By the way, generally speaking, if you're having trouble with the game, you don't usually want to try and go for all these optional things like this, but it's just the kind of person I am, and I like just, you know, if it's not a big time limit, I don't mind killing more than one thing. I don't have that whole rush thing. Now this, looking back on it, I just have to laugh because I'm battle looting a low rank thing here. Now in Monster Hunter, generally speaking, you don't want to battle loot. It can be considered rude, but not always, especially in certain fights. Like a lot of times, people just kind of look the other way because, oh, you need that tail. All right, just don't get killed doing it. We'll get along great. So, I guess it depends on who your partners are. Some people really get set off when you battle loot. I don't really give a damn. People I play with don't really give a damn. We're cool, but man, if you do that with random, sometimes you get some hate-filled messages, son. I don't know why. It's like, dude, it's Monster Hunter World. Come on, man. It's not like well, I mean, I guess if you're fighting tempered monsters. To be fair, this was a good idea, just very poorly executed, by the way. If you're wondering what I was trying to do there, I was trying to get him to stop chasing us. But I didn't really count on the fact that his fat ass just kind of jumps into the flower thing, and yeah, that kind of sucked. By the way, a lot of time was cut out of this just from the whole running around thing. This is a big area. So, here's what we're actually supposed to fight. By the way, you might notice the flash things all around. Yeah, you want to make use of those. I think Conceived Sorrow used a couple. I don't think I ever used one. You see there, I didn't use that, so it's had to be him. And you see how much easier this makes it. Now, this is infuriating as a greatsword user. You think I'm all lined up, and somehow you end up turned around because you get pushed. And it's the most annoying thing in the world. But it was my fault for not noticing it earlier. That was my bad. Now, I'm just going to tell you, in my personal opinion, where we're fighting Rathalos, that was a good blood tackling attempt, by the way, I just was a little early. This is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the absolute worst place in the entirety of Ancient Forest to fight this thing. There's very little room to move. If you accidentally run in the wrong place, you jump about 50 feet. Which means you got to run about 50 feet back up if the other person doesn't jump with you. And it's just overall not a place you really want to try and fight him, considering he has a ton of AoE. This was a really gutsy but really well hit there. You might argue that was kind of dumb, and you'd be right on some level because I got hit there, but I also gave better than I got. He only gave about, what, 20 damage? I gave him 120. Again, low rank, but if you timed it right, it would have worked a little better. If I timed it a little bit earlier, I wouldn't have got the full true charge off, but that would have been probably a little better. Oh, I was a little early with the tackle again, but you notice I'm actually attempting to use the tackle to go through the roars now. I learned a little bit. Not a lot, but I learned a little. This is still only about 15, 20 hours in, so sitting here at 210 hours played, again, I know what I should be doing at all times now looking back, but at the time, I'm actually quite happy I did as much as I did here. I don't know how the hell I didn't get hit by that, by the way. I think, I don't know, but I got stunned before. I don't have room to be throwing no rocks. By the way, obviously by this point in the game, you don't have, oh, I thought he was going to dash forward and I was going to get a nice noggin hit. By this point in the game, I don't think you have decorations available yet, so the biggest threat here is, without a doubt, poison. if you're wondering how to avoid poison in Rathalos, because it can grind you down after a while, is you'll notice when he gets up into the air, he starts flying and his tail starts... I don't know if he waves the tail around or if he does... There's a big tell for it, I know that much, and he'll do his little tail swipe. That's what poisons you. So try and... If you absolutely don't have anything, you run out of antidotes, just get the hell away from the thing. It'll take a little longer, but you won't get poisoned, obviously. As I keep harping on every episode, you don't have to be in DPS mode all the time. Randoms online do not understand this. The problem with the randoms that don't understand this is they don't understand how to use their own weapon they're using. At least according to a few people who know how to use the more complex weapons in the game. I've heard tales of people apparently not even using their, like... Is it a spirit dash or... Spirit something with the longsword, and they're like... I don't know. Apparently not using the thing when they're red or something. I think that, like, the big mechanic of the weapon is when you're, like, glowing red or something, you're supposed to use that one move. They do it beforehand and lose hundreds of damage. I don't know what it was called, but I do remember that anecdote being shared. Of course, that might have just been the one person. You know, I'm not trying to paint everybody who plays longsword as bad. Contrary, there's actually quite a lot of good people play it. But yeah, don't trust randoms to do top-tier DPS. Trust them to actually try, and probably try too much, because they don't like giving up. At this point, you might notice you two are separated. Oh yeah, he jumped, I didn't jump, and I'm basically just waiting for him to get back up here. I think he maybe have gotten lost, I don't know, but I also didn't help when I mounted the thing either, because now we're like halfway up the thing, and he's all the way at the bottom, and it's just kind of a mess, but hey man, I don't mind soloing things. Just means I got more health to chew through and more practice for my charges. That's all that means. Yeah, that's right, you better run. Of course, when he runs, he actually gets here by now. He's like, oh damn it. I ran all the way up here and he's going already. That was pretty much my fault though, because I didn't, like, what I should have done there if I wanted to be polite, and looking back on it, that wasn't really polite, was I should have jumped down when he fell down. And then we could have fought down in the, the bigger area, so it wouldn't have been near so dangerous. But I just like, screw it. I'm already up here. I'm just going to keep fighting him. But yeah, anytime you notice Rathalos or Rathian or Pink Rathian or Azure, well, I guess that's a spoiler, I guess. But if you played Monster Hunter before, you know there's loads of different Rathian types. Well, Rathalos is just another Rathian type. So the moment any of them go into the air, especially Azure, good God, throw a flash pod. They call them helicopter bosses for a reason. Once they're on the ground, they're not hard to kill most of the time. Except that damn Pink Rathian sometimes, because I never know when she's just going to go charge, like 5 times in a row. After the second charge, I know to get out of the way, but the first one sometimes usually gets me. What the hell does that mean? Sometimes usually. I don't know. Don't ask me these things. This is at least it's not the worst place to fight Rathalos. It's certainly not the best, but it's not the worst. Up in her, what we considered the nest in the beta, because this is like the only place I ever found the damn thing in the beta. That was a hell of a true charge, I'm just going to tell you. I don't remember if that was intentional or not, but that was pretty cool, looking back on it. Where the hell's Conceived Sorrow? He must be... Oh, he's catching up, I bet. I was like, am I up here alone? I thought we were... Oh, okay. More fun for me, man. More fun for me. See, he did it on purpose. He was allowing me to get practice. All right, that's what it was. All right. You gotta look at things that way. He might have been lost. I don't know. I'm not gonna say the man was. Anyway, this should work, actually, looking at it. Yeah, I just didn't really aim that well. I was trying to hit him right in the buttocks. It worked too, just not really in a good place. Now, some might tell you that you don't really want to stand directly in front of Rathalos. They have a point to a degree. A lot of times, if you stand right in front of him, even if he's up in the air, he'll just do the little explosion fire burst stingy and, well, knock you away, or that right there. The key is, in one of them, the one you just saw where he did the little AoE thing, you can sit right next to him. It's the one where he just hits right under him. That's not good to be under him. That's perfectly safe to be underneath him. You might get singed a little bit, I was trying for a prediction true charge, and that went right through his wing. I'll argue that one. That went right through the wing. I should have hit him. Okay, maybe I missed, but it looked like I should have hit him. Like that right there, perfectly safe. You'll get singed a little bit, but as long as he doesn't fly backwards, you're safe. Well, I guess he didn't roll in time. Invincibility frames, my old friends. Nope, this isn't gonna work. Oh, this might, though, looking at it, as long as he doesn't go veering to the left. Well, to be honest, I think if I would have tried to true charge there, he would have knocked me back. So that was probably a good dodge. Good dodge. This might actually hit him if he doesn't go flying. He went flying. Oh, I love trying to predict things I don't remember. It's like watching some, I don't know, it's cool trying to predict what true charges will work and what don't. Obviously this will, but not in a very good angled place. I guess you could argue you were trying to break the back. Yeah, trying to break the back scales, that's what I was doing. You gotta put a positive spin on it. This is too far away, though it was a perfect opportunity. Oh, back when I knew distances even worse than I do now. Those were the days. Those were the days. I should not have been using strong charge right there. If I'd tackled, I would have gotten a hell of a lot easier of a true charge here. I think this works out. Looking at it, yeah, that worked out, but it would have been a weak point true charge if I hadn't done that. That strong charge. I keep saying it, but half the battle is knowing when to even know what swing, what charge to use. Do you skip this charge? Do you skip that one? Do you actually just do the regular ones to get constant, consistent damage? There's different trains of thought on all of them. You already know mine on most of them. I guess my philosophy is, if you see the opportunity for a fully charged 1, 2, 3 combo, it's not the most efficient, but you'll be putting out loads of damage. If you think you might have the better chance of doing the whole, tackle, true charge, that's what you go for. Personally, I don't like tackle, true charge. It's not a lot of damage. I guess I just like the draw charge, tackle, true charge because I like critical draw on greatsword. Honestly, I mean it really helps with the consistency of your damage as opposed to just going, oh, I'll just true charge everything. You're not always going to be able to do that until you're pro. I'm not pro, but until you get to that day, it's not really a viable option in my opinion. Now, I don't think I should be going for the head here, and apparently I didn't either because I thought he was going to get up. But now, if I know he was not going to get up, I would have went for the head there. That was not a good true charge. Oh, I didn't ever pick up the dragon pod or whatever the hell. It's not a dragon pod. Is it piercing pod that he does? Anyway, that was a long trek up there. I was like, I guess I'll just wait. Thankfully, he decided, let's just cut this short. At this point in the game, I didn't know how to build the whole trap things because I thought you had to buy them. By the way, a pro tip for you, and you will thank me for this. If you get any capture quests, check the box. You'll notice that there's a trap tool in there, I think it is. You get to keep that. You don't give that back. You get to keep that. That's for free. Otherwise, you have to buy it, I think. I might be wrong on that, but to my knowledge, you have to buy the trap parts if you don't get them from those. You know how many of those I left in the box until I figured out, holy shit, they're giving them away. A lot. I bought, I would say, every bit of 50 or 60,000 zenny worth of tools. Oh, another thing, I think I've already said this, but hold X. You don't have to hit one by one. Just hold X when you're doing that. Makes the screen go a lot faster. So yeah, that's Rathalos. Fun fight, really. Especially with more people. Well, I don't know. It's still a really fun fight. There's no voice acting here, but yeah, basically, we've proven ourselves, and now he's going to spill the secrets. Fun fact for everybody, if you do find these first Wyverians out in the world, they'll tell you what rank your weapon is in terms of popularity. I think they claim mine was 2nd or 3rd. As a greatsword. I'm like, holy shit, a lot of people use greatsword? I never see greatsword users online, but okay. The top one's always dual blades. It's always dual blades. Or insect glaive. Usually those are the top two in my experiences. I hope you knew how to read with all listening, because I'm not reading all that.
ベテムともラグダをメだゾラマグダラオスダダマグダラオスミートトラ音だケストゥールティセルゼストジモンマゼデキトゥルーティラムニメリ
ミミリディネエクームキダマラ
レクティテライにどもだ
ライソキゲニタネメちゃう
ジダメムライノトシトゥルティスハテリオシドウシス
ローアルフォソニスクネザアースノズフィリ
ゾラマグダラオス
メモークユーデシムキーラユキース
イードはクーシーだアシジハダーラニナレシラクナハダ
ドクティツイムムスハザクテオホデウアユメンエベクイアラ
ガシアメスガトゥ
と
クミ
ネルよしテウイ
ネリエミムクリシージリルタトレキナーキミリラータドモネウソマシミダラメムエスピルトゥーララ
ラートシアゾラマグダラオス藤井ゲキラそうスートベアシミュディテシグクシメビダ手間ゆガールオンマイラオールメス
Alright, so we all clear on the plan? Okay, well, there we go. So next time, well, I guess I won't say what next time is, but it should be pretty obvious. So yeah, as soon as we talk to these folks, we're going to be calling it a day. If you're wondering what my setup was, it was basically the same as the last video, so you might as well go back and watch that if you haven't. So just so you know that, it's, I believe, quick draw 1 or 2. No, it's crit draw 1, and then, anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later, because I can't remember the rest of it. So, until then.